I'm David Storey, and this is the Look News 411. A serious crash on Route 4 in Fort Anne closed the road for several hours on Tuesday and sent a motorcyclist to the hospital. The Washington County Sheriff's Office tells us a southbound car had slowed for a turning vehicle when it was struck from behind by a motorcycle. That led the biker to strike the car and a guide rail. The motorcyclist was airlifted to Albany Medical Center with a broken leg and arm. The investigation into the crash is continuing, and it's unclear if charges will be filed against any of those involved. A Boston spa man is accused of having sex with underage girls. State police say 35-year-old Vaughn Gregory had sexual contact with a 15-year-old girl in the town of Wilton in July and earlier this month. Investigators say he also sent her sexual photographs. During the investigation, state police discovered a second 16-year-old victim. He is facing several charges, including sex abuse. Mental health advocates from across the state gathered in Saratoga Springs Monday evening for the Mental Health Foundation's annual Gala. Former First Lady of New York, Matilda Raffa Cuomo, on hand for the event at Saratoga National, which honored Mary Lou Whitney and her husband, John Hendrickson. The Mental Health Foundation seeks to end stigma around mental health through dialogue and understanding.
I have 5 healthy, good children, and I never took health for granted. So when you have a child who is early on, you see symptoms, they're depressed, they're moody, things that you don't understand. It's good to really not take it for granted that it's just a mood, but get help from a doctor. Ask a good doctor to recommend someone who would know even more about mental health.
During the event, Mary Lou Whitney and John Hendrickson, who helped launch the It's Okay to Talk About It grant program, donated $25,000 to keep the mission going. The town of Malta has given GlobalFoundries the green light to build a second chip fab. The town board approved the plan, even though GlobalFoundries is yet to announce they will move forward with the expansion. If it goes ahead, it would cost $15 billion, create 10,000 construction jobs, and 6,700 permanent jobs. The Washington County Fair is underway in Easton. It's the state's 3rd largest and welcomes farmers from across the county to show animals, share stories, and celebrate their rich agricultural tradition. Local politicians, fair staff, and future farmers came together Monday evening to officially open the fair.
It really represents the tradition of agriculture, which is the largest GDP in the district. And I think that's something people don't really often understand. It's so important to what we do, both from an economic standpoint, but also from the point of view of how we interrelate with one another. And we understand where food comes from when you live in a district like this.
The fair runs through Sunday. Well, join us on air Wednesday night at 6 and 10 for our weekly look at health with Gay Congdon. But for now, I'm David Storey, and that's your Look News 411.